Hi there, I'm Construction Gamer and this is the UK Northern Powerhouse on Transport Fever 2. This is going to be episode number 55 in this series, and in this episode I'd like to head over towards Lincoln. I'd like to get Nottingham, Newark and Lincoln all joined up. Should be pretty straightforward. A lot of the track is already there, but I've got to build Lincoln Station. We're currently on board this Loco haul, Class 37 hauled service to Barrow-in-Furness. I know we're in 2022, but as I said in the last episode, if you didn't catch that, just recreated that period when Northern were introduced that Loco hauled service. I think it was from Preston up to Carlisle on the Cumbrian coastline, but obviously on this we're just going as far west as Barrow-in-Furness. So yeah, there we are. I'm not sure if this is the right consist. I think it's 4 cars in total with a driving brake open standard on the front or back, depending on which way it's going, but in this instance it's on the lead vehicle coming into Barrow. I've done a little bit of work with some roads and things and put a single bus around. Has it even arrived yet? Where's the bus? There should be a bus around here somewhere. Maybe it hasn't. It should have arrived by now. I couldn't be bothered building another depot, so I built one all the way over here, and I thought I'd put it on, but I can't see it. Well, there it is, just a solitary bus going around. What sort of frequency is that giving us? 129 seconds, which is not great, but I think considering how small the route is, I think that will do. Is Barrow actually growing? It's got a potential to go up to 210, but we're staying level 113 at the minute. How many passengers are we going to pick up from here? 14 bound for Lancaster. Has anyone got on here? 7 have got on there. Let's just double check that route. So it's that one, and yeah, ask them. That's just the temporary. It shouldn't be loading or unloading anyone, but it does anyway. Even if you, for some reason, people like to get on the train early. Sometimes they might get off there somehow and disappear into the ether, or they might get back off at Barrow. Just one of those little quirks of operating these sorts of routes. So yeah, that route's in place. I've done a little bit of work off camera. I've put in a little bit of the M6 sort of. I don't think it's in the right place, but I've just built a bypass round Lancaster with like a motorway, only dual carriageway, and then a bit of a bypass past Preston as well, just to try and improve the traffic flow and try and get these cities to grow, these town cities, whatever, to grow a little bit, try and encourage a bit of growth, trying to get the traffic moving as well. But yeah, that's all looking fine. Still haven't finished the M56, or not the M56, the M62, isn't it? Still haven't finished that. It kind of ends at St Helens, but that will be rectified at some point. But I'm going to do that off camera anyway, because the motorway stuff really isn't the main part of this series. So what did I want to do over here? First things first is we need to realign the Nottingham to Grantham route. Just had a quick look on open rail maps, and it looks as if it's actually more of a straight line heading up towards Newark. I've just got rid of a set of points there, haven't I? Or a switch. Let's take it right back, I think. So we've got Newark, Newark Castle is already in place. So let's get rid of the roads that the AI has tried to build, and it's just going to be like a straight run. So get rid of all this. Yes, I know I've broken a main connection there, and then point this railway. It is high speed but no catenary, it's not electrified, and we'll point it up towards Lincoln, towards Newark. One of fairly decent speed, and we want to keep it on the level, and it is, by the looks of open rail map, it is a relatively straight run up to Newark, but we'll try and maintain at least 100 miles per hour. I think what I'm going to put on this is 170s, I reckon. No, let's not do that. Let's do it this way instead. Just making sure we've got no horrible glitching, which we have. So let's try and make that look a little bit better. Something like that. 82 miles per hour coming out of the station is fine. And then it just curves off as it goes off towards Grantham. So just get rid of a little bit of that, and then that should just be able to go straight in there. I don't think we want any viaducts or anything. Straight across like that. Yeah, that's all fine. Now, what was this switch? I just need to go and zoom into Lincoln, or not Lincoln, Nottingham, just to double check this switch, see where it goes, what it does. Where is it? Oh, there's actually 2 switches. I'm a little bit distracted because I can hear heavy rain outside. I've got the back door open and I don't know if you can hear that. You might be able to, but we will. I'll carry on. I'll try and persist. Right. I don't think we need these switches here, right? To be honest, because I don't think we have any reversing services at Nottingham heading east, but we'll put them in anyway just in case. And then, but what we will do is put the signals right back here, just because there's no point putting any signals around here, and I don't think I'm going to put any signals on around here because Nottingham is a bit of a weird station because it does have a lot of turn back services, but it is like mostly a through station. So it is a bit a lot of the services kind of turn back and then go west, other than Liverpool to Norwich service, which calls at Grantham, and the service that we're going to put in, which goes up towards Lincoln and then up to Harborough, I think. So yeah, we'll get that in. We'll just get this track in real quick. It should be relatively straightforward. It is flattish around here, although it's trying to do a tunnel already. Let's see if there's a tunnel. I don't think there is, because this part of the world should be relatively flat, but I'll double check anyway just to make sure we're not missing any tunnels. It's not that I've got anything against doing tunnels, but if there isn't a tunnel or a tunnel of significance on the route, then I don't like putting it in. Try and keep it as accurate as possible. Let's have a look. No, it doesn't look like there's anything. No, there's no tunnels, or at least any of significance on that route anyway. So we'll go over here somewhere without a tunnel. Head up towards Newark Castle. Again, it's trying to do something there. There might be the odd viaduct, but we're going to leave that anyway, and then come up into that. Would that be nice? Yeah, that's nice. It just follows that curve, but what that does mean is just makes things a bit tricky for getting a bridge over, but not to worry. It's not the end of the world. And am I doing that on the right side? Yes, I am. Good. So where are we here? Let's do a rail over road bridge for once, because they're much more satisfying to build than road over rail bridges, just because of the support things. The buttresses actually work properly with clip into the rails, or snap into the rails rather than not snap into the road. So let's just wang that over there. No tunnel, thank you very much, and hopefully that's low enough to get the rail over, which I reckon it should be. Shouldn't be an issue. It's given us quite a long span though. That's the only... Right, we're going to have to do this the hard way, I think. Or are we? Is it going to let us do it at all? No. Don't particularly want to span that long, if I can help it. I know what I can do. Let's try that, see if that's done anything. That's a little bit better. The bridge is going to be ever so slightly curved, but I think, yeah, we'll live with that, and then we'll go to assets to this, and then just chuck, no, 2 tracks. I'm not sure what the colour is, we'll just stick, but I usually have a middle cap, something like that. Actually, that's not the one, is it? Is it that one? Front, middle, yeah, middle. Didn't look like it'd done it. So a nice little bridge there, good, sorted. Where are we next? How are we looking over here now? Yeah, it is pretty flat, so we're going to have to do something with the roads. So it's going to have to be a road over rail bridge, 3, 4, something like that. Girder bridge, orange, why not? I haven't done one in orange for a while. And then just get this. I think the curve would be better, I think. So bring that out, turn it to embankment, and then straight onto there, and do the same again. Embankment, onto there, good. Upgrade the road, so the computer does, or the AI doesn't try and do anything with it. And then I think I'm just going to... Oh no, I'm not going to delete that, I don't need to. What am I going to do here? I don't really want to put any road connection. I want to try and discourage the AI from doing a road connection as well. Oh, having said that, I think I might try and get one just from here. No, not possible. Here, curve, yeah, that's fine. And then just want a road, don't we? All I'm trying to do is discourage the AI from connecting up to here, because then that'll make that look really ugly. So if I just put in some bits of road here, hopefully we can try and stop it from trying to attach. And I suppose that's going to be our road anyway, so the AI shouldn't really be able to do anything with it, and we'll just connect that up. And another one down the middle, just to encourage a bit of development. And then we'll just run a road with a bit of a curve. No, straight, and then curve. And then we'll do the same. We'll just Why is that in a little thingy, little cut in? Shouldn't be. Should just be straight into there. Should be straightforward. Let's just put some more roads in. Try and encourage a little bit of development around here. I think, yeah, that's all fine. That's fine. Upgrade this to that, and then just a little bit of, nope, not that one, that one. A little bit of smoothing, then we've got to do the buttresses, haven't we? So 4 wide, no, none. And then we'll just put these up on here just to make it look a little bit better. Bring that right up and then down, something like that. Oh no, that hasn't built it. I think I'm still holding shift, which means it doesn't build. So get that in there, down, sorted, it will do. Just smooth some of that off. I'll come back to this, I think, with the paintbrush later, make that look a little bit nicer. But yeah, that's fine. We've got a road into there, that's all good. Have we broken any others? I don't think we have. That's all fine. Junctions, signalling is all fine. Now coming into Lincoln is where things get a little bit more interesting actually. So let's just take a quick look. Yeah, so the way I've got this track coming in is a little bit wrong. It should be a little bit more south. I think what I'll have to do is build the station a bit more north, and we're going to have to do quite a bit of demolition of Lincoln to try and get this to work. I think actually I think we're going to have to demolish Lincoln. Yeah, I don't like doing it, but just looking at the way this track is, and well, luckily there wasn't a bus route. There's a vehicle there. I don't know where they're going to go, but there was vehicles. You are going to have to go. Let's see, can I see the vehicles that I've got? Lincoln, yeah, sell all them, and then hopefully is the route still there as well? Yeah, so we've broken that, so we'll just get rid of that for now, and we'll just take a quick look at where thingy comes in. So Newark comes up. Yeah, I don't really like demolishing cities or towns if I can help it. That wasn't the initial plan, but sometimes you place these things when you're building the map, you know, as close as you can get. It's not easy placing towns and cities, but sometimes they're just not in the right place. So what's happening there? Right, so that comes down. I'm just trying to work out, the station itself appears to run east-west, and then it's got like 4 arms almost coming off it. So I just want to point this down a little bit before coming back up. I want to try and keep the speed on if I can, and then we'll just chuck the station on 160. That'll be more than enough, so we'll chuck that on just to get it in the position that we need it. So it's going to be something like that. Is it? Can we get to, where are we going? Down to Sleaford? Come on, sort of. No, I think if we come over a little bit more to the west, something like that, that's fine. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually, yeah, I'm going to have to build the station. I say 160 metres, but it does have bay platforms, which are just going to have to, because there might be services that use them, but on the service diagram that I'm using there aren't any, so I think I'm just going to make them small. Now what I haven't done actually is just check what the station looks like. Yeah, so it looks like an older style station anyway, and I've electrified it, so I'm just going to put that in. And having said about the bay platforms, those bay platforms look quite small, so what are we going to be around here? I think I'll do blue. I know it's, so I'll do the centre like that, so it's 1, 2, it's gonna, no, don't want that, I don't think, actually no. What we'll do is we'll have blanks all the way down, and then we'll have 2 of them, and then blank it off like that. And yeah, I think because these bay platforms aren't going to get used, and actually looking at the satellite Google image, it looks like the bay platforms are unusually small anyway. Maybe space for a 2-car DMU possibly, and I know that's not, I don't think that's enough space for a 2-car DMU, but actually yeah, we'll make them a little bit bigger. They do look a little bit too short. And then I think we've actually got bypass tracks down the middle as well, like so. Let's just refer back to, yeah, it's got bypass tracks and a track that runs around the outside as well. So platforms, we're going blue, aren't we, for this? No, that's an underpass, so just chuck 2 on there, and then just the blank ones down the middle. And then we'll have not a waiting room, we want underpasses, just put 2 down there and then connect that up. The station does have an overpass, but the actual station itself does look a little bit of an older style, and Yeah, I think we'll just go with blue. I know it's not a northern or anything around here. It should be. I assume it's managed by East Midlands Railway, but obviously we don't have an aubergine colour, so that's all fine. And then just refer back to the map. It doesn't have. No, it is just a basic canopy, isn't it? It's nothing grand. So yeah, something like that. Not particularly fancy. And then the tracks again, just run that one round there. So it is actually quite a, I wouldn't say it's that big, but it's quite a complicated station really. And then we need to figure out how this all joins up, don't we? Because I'm assuming they all just go into 2 tracks. They do on the west and the east. So we've got to try and bring all these tracks in together and then get a junction in as well. So we'll just do the centre tracks down there. So this is going off to, where's this going off to? Gainsborough eventually, so it's going to have to be quite short. So get that into there. I don't think we need any. No, we're not going to have. We do have level crossing, I think, by the looks of it. They all come in together. So this one straight in. Yeah, I'm not sure what the bypass tracks would be for. Maybe it was used by more services. Maybe it is used by more services than I thought, but that's all fine. And then this needs to curve off quite quickly towards Gainsborough up there. So we'll just curve that off. We want a relatively decent speed, I think. At least getting close to, above 60. And then we'll have, off here, we'll have this sharp bend where it almost doubles back on itself. Double check that actually. I think it's starting to glitch a little bit. So this is going to have to be quite slow because it does like double back. And then we're going to have to do something with this track. It does, yeah, as far as it does like an S as it comes into Lincoln. So is that going to let me do that? That is. So I think we won't quite have it as severe as it is in real life. We'll just have a little bit and then it'll have to curve. Again, it is quite slow on the lead in and then just try and connect that up. So it is going to start, the service is really going to start to slow down as it comes in. I think that's about as close as we can get it on this approach anyway. So do a little bit of smoothing. I'll finish that off later. Now the lead into the east has the potential to be a little bit more complicated, but what we'll do, we'll go straight again with 2 of the bypass tracks straight down the middle and then this into there. Try and do it all as close together as physically possible. And then this one is, so the far end bay platform comes in, this comes in like that, and then this track links into that one, which all looks fine. And then we head straight off up towards where we're going, or to Market Raisin up there, so that points in that direction. Get that. Oh no, we're gonna have to extend this out. Where's this trying to go? This is going to go to Sleaford, isn't it? So I think we want to actually curve this. I don't think it is, looking at the map, but I think we're going to have to start curving it a little bit down towards Sleaford or we'll never get there. And then just straight into there and then just connect that up. Good. Just let me do that. Now the points for the turnback facilities are actually past the junction, so it is like the junction which splits off is almost straight after the station, and then the switch is on there. Do I need the switches? I don't think we're going to have any services turning back at Lincoln, so I think I will leave them as it is and then just point that over there. And then this track wants to point down towards Sleaford. Now I need to work out what Sleaford does because it's a little bit unusual. Well, it's not unusual, but there's a little bit going on down there, so I'm going to leave that for now. And then this bit here is going to have to connect up to that track there, isn't it? So I don't think it does double back on itself. It's going to have to. Yeah, it's more of like an east, northeast, southeast, northeast, no, southeast, northwest sort of direction axis. But I think we are just going to have to try and maybe if I curve this a little bit more severely coming out of this, just after this junction here, which I've just deleted the track to, which isn't good. So I think if we just go a little bit more sharply, I know 42 isn't particularly fast, but it's not the end of the world. And then can I just get this up to here in one go, which I can. Great, nice and straightforward. And it is, the track itself is actually quite straight, and it almost goes off in a sort of an angle, not quite though, but I think that's close enough. And then we just want to put some one-way signals in. Just double check that chunk. Oh damn, I'm gonna have to redo this. I think get rid of that. So from this side, bring it from this side bring it round, and then bring it up, something like that, that's fine. And then bring this track round. Let's hope we can connect these two tiny little bits up we can. We've got really slow speed on that approach though, but I think I will live with that, and then we just want to chuck the signals on here. From a distance it still looks a bit odd, but it looks alright once you zoom in. And then the signals have got to be all the way back here because we can't put any signals in here, and then again signals to there like that. That's all good. It's not great, but I think it's not too bad. And then we need to place a town down, don't we? So I think I will continue with tiny towns because Lincoln isn't massive, is it? And a lot of the cities that I started with are still tiny, so I think I will keep Lincoln tiny. Let's hopefully, yes, good. I was hoping. So that's Lincoln sorted. We will. I'll put the road in now. Actually, I think we've already going to have to demolish some of the town, but never mind. Just get that road in straight across there like that. Connect that up. Good, and then just do something with that. I will have to come back to that later, I think, and play around with it, put some bridges in and whatnot. But what we want to do before we finish this episode is get Market Raisin. Again, I'm going to have to do a little bit of demolition. Now this doesn't look like a tiny town to me. This looks a lot bigger than that. So what are you saying? You're starting 80 and you are starting on 17 now because I demolished quite a lot of it, but never mind. Right, so let's get this station in. I don't think it's anything particularly special, is it? Let's quickly have a look on Google just to double check. No, it's just a small, older looking station. The platforms on this actually look quite small, but I think I'm going to continue with the 160 just because why? Just in case we have to put 4-car trains on, that's why. Canopy length medium. We'll continue with the blue, although I reckon brown would probably be more accurate. And then high speed catenary, no, because it's not electrified. And then just bolt that straight onto there, and that should be that's sorted. Okie dokie, so Market Raisin is in. It should be relatively straightforward to connect that up. We're going to have to break that road, but that's no big issue. And then just get this in. Let's just take a look. Looks quite hilly there. I wonder if I can just try and aim for this little gap here before we kind of go any further. I don't want it to be perfectly straight. That's just want to try and there is like almost like a valley type thing, and then we'll just hopefully put that over to there. Maybe not, possibly. Let's see what the speed is. 84. I think we can do a little bit better than that, but it starts us in the right direction over towards here anyway. Saves us doing any gouges or anything or any silly structures, so we can get that 100. I think 100 should be quick enough, and then just straight into Market Raisin there like that. Nice, done, good. And then just get this down here. I really should start experimenting with the mod that puts 2 tracks down automatically, because that probably would be a little bit more straightforward, wouldn't it? But I'm still doing it the old-fashioned way, because it's not. I think the mod is straightforward actually. I'm probably being a bit dim, but it puts it to one side, and haven't figured out which side of the track it puts the other track on yet. So we're just going to continue like this for now, and that's underwater. That could be a problem. It's the only problem with this part of the world, because it is quite flat. Well, relatively flat, relatively speaking anyway, but can start to get into little issues like that. Really don't want to go underwater, because as soon as you start trying to smooth, then you have all sorts of issues with water appearing on top of the track and whatnot, and it's just not good. So if I can get this done without going underwater, that would be better. That looks better, I think. And then can I just wang that over there? No, it's on the wrong side. I can't do that. Right, let's try that again. One last try. Get that into there like that. Yeah, we'll just have that. That's not. I wouldn't class that as a gouge, is it? It's just a cutting, I think. And then straight into there, and that is all that linked up. Now I've just been having a quick look at the actual services, and damn, what have I done? Yeah, we've got water already, little pools of water, so we're still kind of almost below sea level. But what I was trying to say before that kind of went a bit mad, well, that's weird. I haven't finished obviously painting this area of land when I was making the map. I trying to have a quick look at what services actually call at Newark Northgate or Newcastle, and I don't think I've mapped the actual services that would use that station for some reason. I must have omitted it, don't know why. But the only services I could see, I think there's one that goes to Matlock and there's one that goes to Leicester, as far as I can make out. Hopefully that's a bit more above sea level. I certainly hope it is. I mean, it doesn't need a huge amount of smoothing. There's pooling of water again. Yeah, it was good having water added to so you could actually adjust the coastline. Was a great addition to the game. I'm not going to doubt that, but I think it could have been implemented slightly bit better perhaps, because we are ended up with stuff like that. So we're going to have to do that in two pieces. There must be a little bump or something there, so we'll put that in. 110, that will do it. I think they're only going to be 170, 172s or whatever on here, and just leave it. So what am I actually trying to say? The services I could see were one starting from Lincoln going to Newark Castle and then down to it would be Leicester Loughborough via Nottingham, and there is another service from Newark Northgate to Lincoln, and that's the one that goes off towards Harborough. So there's enough, the switches and stuff on this side of the track, so that's all fine. Did I put a switch in there? Yeah, that's good. So I've done that, but what I do need is I'm going to have to delete the track that leads into Lincoln and do it again, just so I can get a switch in. Let's push this right back, I think. So this platform here I think I will use, or it may even be used, for the turnback facility for the service that goes off towards Leicester. I think there's a service, I think there's a service that goes to Matlock as well, possibly. So but like I said in the few episodes back, and that's a bit unnecessarily uphill, isn't it? Let's try and do that again. Yeah, the COVID is obviously, all the timetables have been kind of changed because of COVID and things like that. So it is making finding information out more tricky. So I don't know if services have been chopped and changed or whatnot, but it is more tricky finding out which service actually goes where. Is that little tiny piece of track? Yeah, because the service diagrams that the operators tend to have only tell you so much. They don't give you the whole picture. They don't often show where services diverge and things like that, which is a little bit of a problem. So usually what I would do is go on the National Rail Inquiries app and look at the live departure boards and see which routes are actually going where, just to get a better picture. But obviously with all the rail routes being changed and whatnot, it's making things a little bit more tricky. So yeah, we'll put that S back in anyway, like that, and we'll just put the services that I've found anyway. We'll put them on. If you know any different, then let me know in the comments and I will rectify that. But that's fine. We've got that switch in there. That's all I wanted to do really on that bit. So we've got a service which goes, so Newark Northgate, Lincoln, Market Raisin. Yeah, you're going to complain, and then whatever time that is, Barnaby into Harborough, back again. And then hopefully this should be relatively straightforward, and hopefully it's going to try and turn back there, which it is, which is good. That's all fine. That looks fine as well. So this is going to be, I think it's going to be an East Midlands rail service, and it's going to be, what's it going to be? Let's take a look. I don't know what it's going to be. It should be on here. Come up to here. Routes we can see. Zoom in a little bit so we haven't got every single service under the sun. So we are Loughborough LBO to Harborough HAB, and then we'll give that some sort of aubergine purpley colour, shall we? What have we got that won't clash with that? Something like that. I think that will do. Does it clash with any of these? No, because the Transpennine Express service is a little bit more pink, isn't it? So that's fine. That's calling on those platforms there. I think I will leave that as is, and then I'll just put the other service in, which is going to be so this actually starts in Lincoln, calls Castle, Nottingham, Parkway, and then back again. Hopefully this will sort itself out, which it has done, and it is going to be onto that platform there. And again, I think this has got it will be an East Midlands rail service, I'm pretty sure, and that's Lincoln, which is LCN 2. And I've done that wrong, haven't I? So that's what's Newark Northgate, I think. to Harborough, and then Lincoln to Leicester, that would be. And then this, have we got anything a bit that's like a royal blue? Maybe we'll go with that. No, we changed the colour of the wrong one. So that will be that colour then. It's sort of, you can just, no, that's not dark enough, is it? Is there anything a little bit better than that? That's not much better, to be honest. Right, so where's the one going to Harborough? Can be the darker of the two. And I'm splitting hairs here, it doesn't matter that much, but just like them to be able to have a little bit more definition between each of the routes. So we've got those two services, that's all linked up, that's all fine. Where does that, I think this track goes off to, where does that go to? Retford? Oh yeah, we've got this Gainsborough what's that? Gainsborough Central route. I think that connects up with that one into Barnaby, possibly. And that's all fine. Does that want to be connected up to something? I think it does. Not sure if any service would be using that. Have I got it mapped? Yes, I have. I've got a Doncaster Gainsborough Lee Road to Lincoln, so that does need to be linked up, and then that turns back there as well. So that is that going to be an issue? Shouldn't be. Just means we're going to have two services on the one platform, doesn't it? So we'll get this one in as well. So we've got Lincoln, where are you? Gainsborough Lee Road into Doncaster, and then you're going to have to try and turn around. Hopefully you will. He's done that fine. That's on platform. No, I think I'll have all the turnbacks done on platform, whatever that is. Terminals, no. Terminals. What am I looking at? Terminals, yeah. Platform number 5 will be the turnback platform. I think that works best. And what's this going to be? This is going to be another East Midlands rail service, isn't it? I think. Doncaster to Lincoln. Let's. What have we got now? Much. I know we're going into the kind of TransPennine colours now, aren't we? Something like that. That's a bit more correct, actually. So yeah, so that's fine. So we've got those services. I think because we've got so many services kind of starting or going through Lincoln, I think we'll put a little depot in around here somewhere, just to make things a little bit more straightforward. So we want one of them, no catenary, and just chuck that on there. That's fine. A little bit of smoothing. I'll make this look a little bit nicer. And then we just want, I think, Doncaster to Gainsborough Lee Road. That hasn't been connected up with anything yet. Down to Lincoln. That's. Oh, what are you? I reckon that should be a 153 diesel multiple unit. 153 or a 15. No, 15. So we don't have a 153, do we? Of course we don't. It's 156. So do we have the new East Midlands? Yes, we do. We have. So we'll have 2 of them. And then we'll have for the Harborough down to Newark Castle. I think again that's another kind of short regional route, isn't it? I think again we'll buy another couple of 153s. So where's that? Where are we? Lincoln Depot. Buy vehicle. It's that one there. Down, and I think that will require. We need to add it first, don't we? I think we'll get away with 3 on that, and then for the Lincoln to Loughborough, that'll be down to Leicester. That's more of a long distance or more of a regional. These are on local. That's what I mean. That's what I meant to say. So these to me appear to be more local services, and the other one seems to be a regional. So that will be a possibly. Don't know if EMR have any 185s, but I think I will put 170s on it, which I'm hoping. Which we do. We have the nice looking EMR regional livery. I think on that. We'll have 4, so put that on there. So I have got to schedule all of these services now from Lincoln. I think before I wrap that up, I think it doesn't make too much of a difference anyway because we've only got 3 services on it, but I think just leading in to Market Raisin we'll have a set of signals there. So we've got one going that way, that's all fine, up to Doncaster and then back again. So I can't imagine there's going to be, and they've got that one going that way doing that. I think I just want an intermediate signal in the centre, just around there. Just because we will have 2 services, won't we, on this little stretch of the track. So I'm going to schedule those services. I'm going to leave you with the journey on this, and I think I'll just leave you with a little Doncaster to Lincoln shuttle via Gainsborough Lee Road. But before I do that, I think I will finally get that connected up with a road of some description. And I guess it'll need a bus as well to connect over into this bit and maybe encourage a little bit of development over that bit. But we've done the main bit. We've done Lincoln Station, which was a little bit more complicated than I thought it would be. It is, considering it's not really a massive station, but does need some little bits in there. But yeah, hopefully Lincoln will do a little bit better. Hopefully I haven't demolished too much, and it will develop as soon as we get these services in. But I'm going to leave it there anyway. Say until next time, bye bye.
All right.